When you have found the one, you call off the search, you burn the ships, you declare, this is the one, and today, this is the one. Today is October 15th, and today I'm making a bold declaration. This is the one. This Bible is the one, and these are the guidelines that I used for determining it. So why is this Bible the one for me? First reason is because of the translation. This is the English Standard Version. This translation is not what my church uses. It's not the one that I used very early on as a new believer, although that is a very meaningful translation for me, which is the New International Version. But this is the English Standard Version, and this is the first translation that had a lot of significance and meaning for me. So finding the one has to do, first of all, with the right translation, or my favorite translation, which is the English Standard Version. Reason number two is that it is good for study. Basically, it has to be, or the one has to be, a one-stop study shop, at least for me. That means the Bible that I choose as the one has to have three things for good personal study. The first is cross-references, which is down here. The second is footnotes, like the full footnotes of a translation. And the third thing is the concordance. The third reason why this Bible is the one for me is because it's very readable. And two things make it very readable. The first is the font size. This is an 11-point font size. And that's really important because I was just told this week by my optometrist that I need to start reading a Bible with larger fonts so that it's not such a strain on my eyes. So, no brainer for me. 11-point font size of the Schuyler Quintel, that's perfect. Second reason why it's very readable, this particular edition is really readable, is because it has line matching. The fourth reason why this is the one is because it has to be portable. And this Schuyler Quintel doesn't have the 36 GSM or the thicker paper. It has thinner paper. This has 28 GSM, which is thinner, but what it does is it makes it really portable. This Schuyler Quintel essentially is a thin line, or a large print thin line, which is awesome, which is really great and portable. This is something that's really easy for me to take around and put in my backpack. This measures about under 1.5 inches thick, so I love it. Reason number 5, this is the one, is because it has a full YAPP. Look at that, full YAPP. Why is that important for me? I live in the Pacific Northwest, and my Bible needs protection from the rain. I think for me, the ideal would be to have a Bible with a full YAPP, and this Schuyler Quintel with a full YAPP is perfect. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? That is good protection from the rain. And the final reason why this Bible is the one is because it's fun to use. The binding, the paper, the form factor, everything about it for me is just fun and beautiful. And when I think about this Bible, it just makes me look forward to reading it and just makes me want to hold it and read it and jump. Anyway, it's really fun for me to use this Bible, and I look forward to using it all the time. And I think that's important. You want to have a Bible that you look forward to using and holding in your hands, which is what this Bible is for me. This is a fun to use Bible. Now, just because it's the one, it doesn't mean that it's perfect. And I'll share with you the 3 things that I wish would have changed, but it doesn't really bother me. The first is I wish that this particular translation of the ESV was the 2011. As it is, this is the 2016. For me, my favorite one is still 2011, but that's fine. That's okay. No big deal. Second reason why this is not perfect, although it's the one, is it doesn't have lined paper in the back, which I totally understand. Instead, in the back, it has a concordance and it has maps. I wish that there was lined paper so that I could take notes and everything like that, but I totally understand if there was lined paper in the back, it would probably make this a much thicker Bible than what it is. thus defeating one of my guidelines, which is portability. Here's the final thing about this Bible that makes it imperfect, even though it's the one. This is not an 8.5 by 5.5 Bible. This is my Zondervan thin line. Cool sticker, huh? This Bible is 8.5 by 5.5 inches, which to me is the perfect form factor, perfect size for a Bible. But if this Schuyler Quintel with 11-point font size was this size, this would be a chunky monkey. There is no possible way that this 11-point font size Bible could get to 8.5 by 5.5 and still be portable. It would be really, really thick. I hope you had fun watching this video, and I hope this was helpful for you too. I just wanted to make a really fun video. I know it is completely unrealistic to find the perfect Bible, but I gave it a shot, and this is what I came up with. I do think that it's helpful to make a list, to write out some of the guidelines, and then to be flexible because, again, it's unrealistic to find the one, but you could get pretty close. Please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Have a great day.